Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to my humble homestead in the forest in Canada. And today I'm retiring another one of article of closing, I guess you might say. And even by my standards, long overdue. I know that my family and maybe even neighbors would even appreciate me retiring them. And these guys, I've worn them in probably all of my videos, but I don't know if you were able to see them, but I actually bought these new, believe it or not. If you live in North America, there are stores where, so they go to regular stores and shops and buy their surplus, anything, really anything, houseware, kitchenware, clothing, whatever, that they can no longer sell. Maybe their previous seasons or years or whatever, inventory that wasn't sold. And this was actually, I bought this from the States. I'm thinking 10 years ago, and but I kept it till I needed it. So I've only actually really been using them for wearing them for maybe the past 6 years. And the thing with what I wear, what I use, is that their later years are where I worked them the hardest, you might say. And that is because when they're newer, I don't wear them as much. I'm trying to take it easy on them so that I can make them last longer. But as they get older and older, then I just use them more regularly in all seasons, in rain, heat, rough terrains, carrying lumber, whatever, like sap, whatever falls on them. And so these guys have had a very rough time in the past, I would say, 3 years. They got lots of cracks. They've got lots of wear, especially if I'm like when I'm working at my neighbors, when I weed her garden, or when I fix and repair and replace her boardwalks. You're always on your knees, and so your toes are sort of like that at the back all the time for hours and hours. And so rubber, plastic, whatever. Actually, you can maybe see from where you are. Can you? Maybe I'll come closer so you can maybe see. When this happens, this kind of thing, and inside is just as big a wreck as here. And what happens is that when I work, see, we don't live in like at the mall or downtown where it's paved, or mall where it's like smooth surfaces. So rocks, we're getting in big rocks. You know how sometimes you're walking and a little pebble goes from the back of your heel or whatever into your shoe, and then we're all so stubborn trying to maneuver it somewhere where we don't feel it. Finally we stop and take it out. Well, this is big enough that the school bus can get in there. And like I said, inside is just this bigger rack, and water would get in and destroy my socks and everything. But still, it was a good price. I think I only paid $10 US, whatever that translates to, $100 Canadian. Anyway, so yeah, and they're heavy and bulky. They're never made to be work shoes, and they're not steel toe, and they're heavy even though they're not steel toes. But anyway, yeah, they're at a point where they're very uncomfortable. You know how my slippers, you see how where the bottom, the sole is so worn out that it hurts now. You're on the, you're really, all the cushion, all the sponge, everything's gone. And like I said, I use them far longer than I should have. Same, I suppose, for my slippers. And I'm not so, I mean, I should be embarrassed, and I probably am somewhat embarrassed. But my point is, uh, you know, you can be embarrassed, or you can see it as you do what you can with what you have, and plus is zero waste. Plus, if I've ever bought anything, like I bought my slippers when they were new, they were beautiful, and when I say new, I mean new to me, but they were used, but they were very gently used. But the thing is that you're saving things from going into landfill. You're giving him a second chance at life. And so so that's also part of the zero waste. And these things, these ones, I'm holding on, they're fairly heavy. But look, sorry, this horse manure stuck to the bottom of them, but that's what I used them for last. They don't have a ton of wear to them, considering 6 years of service, and the past 3 years, a lot of service on gravel, dirt roads. And just work. Like, I'm moving heavy stuff. They don't just have to carry my weight. They have to carry my weight plus a tree on my shoulder, or a wheelbarrow full of gravel or dirt or horse manure, like I said, I've been doing recently. So not bad for $10. I mean, whatever they were new, I don't know, at the store before they ended up at this other store that were still new when I bought them, but whatever they were selling them initially is what I should have said. And they're not exactly my size. And I mean, when you look at the shape of them, I mean, I don't know whose feet look like that. I mean, I do like wider toes, but this is just not wider toes, but here, and really wide, which just gives you space to move, but at the same time, not so much of a grip when you're working. If you need a lot of support. I remember decades ago, I mean, maybe about 20 years ago, maybe more than 20 years ago. Yeah, I was making a comment to someone that I want to be able to go somewhere and have some sort of a computer, do a scan, like a 3D scan from every direction, so imagine I'm standing on a glass surface, like a Xerox, if you know what a Xerox is, like a if you don't know what a Xerox is, I'm standing on a glass surface, right? And so not only the laser sending beams to get the sole of my, contour of the sole of my feet, but then also lasers coming from every other direction to find out the same contour of the size and the top, everything. And so based on that, shoes would be made for me, the exact measurements to fit me. So that was 20 plus years ago. And then later I evolved into, I thought, well, if that can't be done, we're not there yet. Maybe I can put my feet in a stand in a sort of a gel-like mold. Not gel so much that if once I remove my feet, it'll just collapse back on itself. So it's a mold, much like it would be like a concrete kind of mold, but not concrete, because concrete isn't soft enough. Initially it is, but so that it can exactly measure all the contours, and then once concrete sets, we're talking mafia now, but something that it would hold it, and then you would be able to remove your feet without destroying the mold that you made of your feet. Maybe they could do that. I thought that would be more realistic. And then maybe 5 years ago or so, I heard about these 3D printers, and I thought, well, maybe I could hook that up. My first idea of the laser getting measurements, and then connect that to a 3D printer, and whatever that would be. The store could make it like that for me. and we're still not there yet. And I don't know. My hope is that one day we don't have to go to a shoe store and buy a pair of shoes off the shelf, and instead we would go to a place and oh no, not even go to a place. Maybe from home you would have you could plug in this device that would measure things for you. Maybe laser beams or whatever could. You just stand somewhere. Like a Da Vinci's. The name escapes me now, and it would get a measurement of all your your entire body, your coat, jacket, shirt, t-shirt, pants, whatever would be shoes would be made fit to finish, like a tailor made for you and only for you, and that would be lovely. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a futurist. I'm more of a designer and an idealist. Ideas, man. I have more ideas than your computer has space. But unlike your computer that can run out of space, my ideas and designs evolve constantly all the time. And with each new product that I have, and I say, okay, so now I can make it better by doing this, or design of something. When I come up with something, I can some other idea based on this one is already in the works, coming down. So it's not evolving; it's a completely different thing. But one would have influenced me to do this other one. So it's constant. It's millions of ideas. But anyway, I don't know why we got onto the topic of that. Today is about these guys. I'm grateful. I want to. Sorry, I'm going to focus on them now. I just to say a little thank you. I'm grateful for all your service, for your years of service in the rough conditions. I thank you for protecting my feet. Thank you for getting me through all these years, days, hard terrain, and whatever I asked you to do. And enjoy your retirement now. Wherever you're going to go, I won't forget your service. I won't forget what you did for me. And I thank the people that made them, the material that was made out of, that you were made, people that, whatever, be it man-made or natural, there's some cotton in here. And in fact, I'm going to right now remove the laces, and they will go on to live for a while, as in for, let's say, cordage or some homesteaders, or I hear an ATV going by. I don't know if you can hear it. Know about, you can do a lot of things with these laces. These laces are actually completely, perfectly intact. And I don't know if you can see, there's no fraying, there's no evidence of coming apart or anything. So they will go on living for I don't know how much longer, and they may even just go into some sort of storage. First, I'm going to wash them, some sort of storage, and until such time that I need them to come out for something, maybe for another another pair of shoes, maybe for some other purpose. To tell whatever stories they have to their whatever other purpose that they're serving, and say, "Oh, I used to be shoelaces for this guy that did a lot of work outside, and now I'm wow, pretty long. Yeah, I don't know why they were ever this long, but you see." And if they ever fray, folks, what you can do to fix them is just get a match, light a match or lighter or something, just at the very tip of it, really quickly, and it'll, because these are, they're not all 100% cotton, have some elements of plastic or whatever in them, and then they'll just burn off and quickly harden, and then you can you can extend their life. Anyway, thanks again for everything.